Hey there Tesla fans, and welcome back to Everything Tesla Stock. If you're curious about Tesla stock and you're wondering what the stock price is going to be worth in 2030, then this video is for you. For today's video, we're going to do an exploration of various facts, figures, and projections for what 10 Tesla shares are going to be worth in 2030. Before we get going though, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to keep up to date on all things Tesla and its stock price. With that out of the way, let's kick things off with what some analysis is saying about the future of Tesla's stock price. Over the last few months, Tesla's stock price has not done anything as exciting as what has now become characteristic of the stock. Despite the company's main efforts to build hype and buzz over its present and future projects, the stock price has not been affected as much as people would have expected. Still, despite all of this, analysis is still confident that Tesla's stock price could fly away with higher forecasts than anyone could imagine by 2030. Here's all you need to know. Pierre Ferragu, an analyst for New Street Research, said in a tweet that Tesla stock will go from a market cap of just over $1 trillion right now to more than $10 trillion by the year 2030. These analysts believe that the trajectory of Tesla's growth is close to getting into a steady rhythm, and once that happens, the company is bound to scale exponentially. Despite all of its competitors' best efforts to reduce its market share, this guy believes that Tesla could capture up to 20% of the auto market. Ferragu also projects that Tesla will sell up to 20 million units of its electric vehicles. Doing the maths, with an average price of $35,000 for each unit, it all adds up to about $700 billion. He also projects that the company could be making as much as $1.5 billion from insurance, another $35 to $70 billion from the software that powers its self-driving vehicles, and around $250 billion from its energy endeavors. In summary, Ferragu predicts that Tesla's revenue by the year 2030 is likely to hit the $1 trillion mark. When this revenue multiplication is applied to the company's valuation, Tesla could be bursting into the $10 trillion region in value. So, how does this affect Tesla's stock price? If Tesla can get anywhere close to the estimates made by this analysis, and the stock count also remains stable, then the value of each Tesla stock could soar as high as $9,000 or more by 2030, meaning that 10 Tesla stock could be worth upwards of $90,000 by 2030, so around $9,000 a share. As you would expect, some detractors and critics don't agree with the claims and projections made by Ferragu, and while his point of view of Tesla might sound like a projection that is too positive to become true, it is worth mentioning that Tesla is gradually looking to make expansions that could bring about the kind of exponential growth that Ferragu's predicted. Nevertheless, skepticism is nothing out of the ordinary. There was a lot of talk in April 2022 about how Tesla was struggling to meet the massive surge in demand for its electric vehicles. While this did not hesitate to raise a lot of questions about the company's competence, over the months that followed, the company started implementing actions that would help it scale its production, and they seem to be working at a steady pace so far. In the first week of July 2022, Tesla published its production and delivery results for the second quarter of 2022. First off, this report confirmed that the company experienced a quarterly setback for the first time in 2 years as a result of the shutdown of its Shanghai factory. But there is big news too. Rather than just bending beneath the pressure of its factory closure, Tesla rode the wave of this setback and recorded the highest number of vehicles produced in a month in the history of the company back in June. While the company has decided to not reveal exactly how many vehicles were produced in June, estimates based on data from past production details are said to be around 120,000 electric vehicles and possibly more. Despite not having an exact figure to place a finger on, Tesla hitting its highest production is really good news for the year 2022 and the rest of the years to come. The truth is that a lot of variables could affect different parts of Tesla's business. However, one certainty is that the company can stay on track with this level of production and investment into the facility's expansion for all of its gigafactories across the globe, and the second half of the year could shine way brighter than expected. In the second quarter of 2022, there seemed to be an extreme emphasis on expansion and ramping up production by Tesla, and all of this effort finally produced some exciting results. Considering the expansion and production ramping efforts that have been produced results, Tesla is bound to double down on its plan to ramp production. Barring any unplanned events like sudden factory closures, all of Tesla's plans could lead to the company reaching an output of more than 1 million units of electric vehicles by the year 2030. If Tesla can hit that milestone by the end of the year, then the production and revenue predictions made by Farragut will no longer seem so far-fetched. Even if Tesla works at half the rate it's working now, we could still see a stock price as high as $5,000 per share by 2030. This would bring 10 Tesla stocks, currently worth around $7,000, to a whopping $50,000 by 2030. So that would be a $2,500 per share price. And that's very achievable for Tesla. But will it happen? Now, away from production to the products themselves, there's quite a lot to look out for. Let's kick off this chapter with the most fascinating thing since the first man on the moon: fully self-driving vehicles. Anyone who uses Twitter can surely testify to the fact that Elon Musk is quite the hype man and does not fail to hype up the updates being made to the full self-driving beta software. From words like mind-blowing to fire, Musk is really good at exaggerating. Well, Tesla may be finally getting ready to finally nail the fully self-driving car experience for its users, thanks to version 11, which is an update of the fully self-driving software beta. This is one of the highly anticipated updates for Tesla's self-driving cars, as it is said to be a general roundup of all the features and updates that have been implemented and reviewed in version 10 of the updates. At this stage, it's worth mentioning that version 10 of Tesla's full self-driving beta software update has been going through several iterations, and is now in its 12th, with its 13th to be released soon. With each iteration of updates, significant attention to detail has been paid to significant and special parts of the self-driving experience to improve overall performance. With version 11 of this software update on the way, and Musk claiming that it will be a more complete version of all the changes made in version 10, there's a lot to look forward to. As it stands, Tesla may be way closer than the world thinks to finally pulling off fully self-driving cars, and if that does occur, then Tesla's street cred is going to get a huge boost. With what Tesla's already been able to achieve in such a short time, there's no saying what they could achieve over the next 5 to 8 years. Once the software required to fully run self-driving cars has been mastered and executed to perfection, widespread use of Tesla cars could finally see the stock price fly as high as $7,000 or more by 2030. Consumer interest usually has a massive effect on the price of stocks, and Tesla's got the chance to properly use this to its advantage. The final thing that we're going to look at today that has been officially confirmed by Tesla is its configurable van with a solar canopy. In a tweet, the eccentric Tesla CEO wrote, "Maybe Tesla should make a highly configurable robo-van for people and cargo." This is not a new practice for Musk, where he's also raised questions on social media just to see the reaction and then weigh the chances of success for the company's future projects without giving away any further details about what to expect. This tweet got likes in the hundreds of thousands and several thousand replies, retweets, and quotes. Most of the replies to the tweet were positive, and people seemed excited about the idea. One designer even went as far as cooking up concept art for what Elon's tweet could look like in reality. And we've got to say, it's pretty cool. As is his custom, Musk engaged with a lot of these tweets without revealing anything concrete. But why is this relevant? Well, projects like this get people talking, and this could help bolster the price of the stock in the short and long term. When the Cybertruck, Roadster, and Tesla Semi were hinted at and then announced, there was a great buzz that spiked the stock price to amazing levels and helped it maintain a healthy price for a while. A Tesla van could do the same for Tesla's stock. Furthermore, considering just how many people are excited by this idea, if Tesla does go through with it, we could be looking at yet another massive revenue stream coming in to boost the revenue of the company, and then in turn, the price of the stock. While we can all agree that Tesla's got its hands full with its already announced projects, adding one more to that could get people really excited about the next step in pushing Tesla's stock to high heights beyond our imagination. At this rate, there could be a 10 to 15 times jump in the price of Tesla stock by 2030, with all the stuff that's currently going on. This means that by 2030, 10 of your Tesla shares could be listed as high as $90,000 to $100,000, so around $10,000 a share on the higher end with all that's going on. That being said, this isn't advice. This is just us checking out what's going on. Make sure that if you are going to invest, you consult your nearest financial advisor and do your own due diligence and research. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to never miss out on any updates, and let us know your thoughts on the future of Tesla stock down below in the comments. While you're still here, go ahead and click on one of these two videos on your screen. See you there.